And you know what that means. It's time for the locks. You're listening to No Cap Bets, official No Cap Bets on Instagram. Let's get right to it. I'm going to go ahead with the first lock. I'm jumping it off right now. It's in London, bruv. It's in London. And if you think I'm fading Kirk Cousins, you must be stupid, bruv. You're stupid. We're going with the Minnesota Vikings. Is there any surprise here, guys?
Not at all.
Listen,
We know you, bro.
these guys know how I feel about the most efficient quarterback in the last 5 seasons, Kirk Cousins. My second favorite team in the league, the Minnesota Vikings. It was very difficult for me to fade the most efficient quarterback of the last 5 seasons. And it was tough, but I'm not going to do it again. It's a zigzag theory. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. There is just no way you're going to get me to back the New Orleans Saints right now, a team that hasn't covered all year. They look like junk. New Orleans, I can't even think of any other team. I'm literally trying to think, is there a team that's playing worse than them right now in the league? Let me know, guys, because I really don't know. Yeah, of course, Grizz had a great angle on them, the Vikings, that is, a few weeks ago with their primetime slot against Philly. That was almost expected. They've got to win over the Packers, though, so you got to count that. And the Lions look strong. I would say that they're like middle of the pack, maybe like lower middle tier of the teams this year. So you have this game against the Saints now, which you just have to win because the competition is only going to get worse down the line. I think this line is actually a reflection of the disrespect to the Lions last week. So if you had the Lions at 6-point dogs, and I think the Lions, at least so far, are playing better than the Saints, and the Vikings being overvalued as favorites last week, if they were 6-point favorites against Detroit, why would they be 3.5-point favorites over a team that isn't as good as Detroit? I'm going to go with where I see value here. Yes, we've mentioned on the show, it isn't popular to take the Vikings as favorites. These guys are going to tell you that as soon as I finish my take. But I'm not going to go with an underdog that hasn't covered one time against you this year. Against the Atlanta Falcons, okay. Against the Panthers, you couldn't get a cover. And their game of the year, the game of the year for them, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, didn't show up. I don't know who's paying attention to how bad the Saints are, but that's my first lock. It's the Minnesota Vikings.